Hey, what's going on? It's Wednesday afternoon, almost 4 o'clock. October 9th, 2024. Teddy ball game, Ted Williams. How did he do in his career? I'm going to look at every single box score of Ted Williams. I'm going to analyze it, and I'm going to rank him among the greatest of all time. In order to do it, you have to see how he did each season, every box score. How many games did he play? It's about 2,300 games, I believe, right? 2,600 hits, 521 homers. This video, the 1941 season, incredible. 143 games, 456 at-bats, 135 runs scored. That is the third season in a row. He started 1939, 40, and 41. His third season in a row, over 100 runs scored. I'm going to pull up his name on Baseball Reference. Let's look at it. 1939, 131 runs scored. 1940, 134. So he comes back in 1941, 135. Talk about consistency. What's interesting is 143 games, 135 runs scored. Almost a run scored per game played. 185 hits. That's the third year in a row he's been over 180. 33 doubles, 3 triples, 37 homers. So he upped his homer output. The previous year he had 23. The year before that he had 31. So he's up to 37 homers. You know what's interesting about Ted Williams? He hit 521 career homers. But only one time did he go over 40 homers in one season. That was the 1949 season. All the other times he's in the 30s and 20s. Yet he still hit 521. You know, Babe Ruth, 40 or more. I believe 12 times. You want me to verify it? I will do it. I will see. How many seasons did Babe Ruth have 40 or more homers? Well, if you go to Baseball Reference, you can do it. All right, I've got it. Here's the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I say 12? Pardon me. 11 times 40 or more homers in one season. Ted Williams, just once. All right, so he ups his output to 37 homers. Okay, let's see how he's doing. He gets 120 RBIs. That's the third year in a row over 100. That should be a benchmark, don't you think, for a ball player? My goal at the start of the season is to get 100 RBIs, 100 runs scored. Ted Williams did it for the third year in a row. 2 stolen bases, 147 walks. That's the second time over 100. His rookie season, 107. Then he went 96. This year, 147. Pitchers are afraid of Ted Williams already in his third year, where he's 22 years old. 406 batting average. His only season over 400, but he did it. We know the story. Last game of the season. Toward the end of the season, he's got 2 games to go. He's batting .399. Does he sit out the last 2 and get 400 batting season on the nose, or does he play? We know the story. He played. He went 4 for 6. No, he went 6 for 8. Pardon me. What I'm thinking is, first game he went 4 for 5. Second game, 2 for 3. 4 for 6, batting .406. Incredible. That's a man. He could have sat out, but he didn't. He said, I'm playing. Listen to this one. This is the incredible one. On base percentage for the season, 1941, 553. Half the time he was on base. If you can get on base 400 or better, 400 percentage, you're good. He did 553. I believe that's a record. That's the best of all time for one season. That even beats Babe Ruth. 553 on base. Did you know that for his career, he was a 482 on base, almost 500. Every game he played, he averaged getting on base half the time. How about this stat? 735 slugging. Like I said before, 500 is the goal on slugging. 500 or better. Ted Williams is 735. We know the record is Babe Ruth's 847 in 1 year slugging. I think Barry Bonds had an 863 1 year. But Barry, we know the story behind him. We're not sure how accurate those stats are because of performance-enhancing supplements and drugs. Did it help his performance? There's a reason why Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. So don't get mad at me if I question Barry Bonds' stats. He was a good player. I liked him. I believe he had an 863 slugging. But how about Ted Williams, 735 one season, and 335 total bases? That becomes the third year in a row over 300, and that's your goal as a ball player, 300 total bases for the season. Remarkable season, 1941 for Ted Williams. He had a 23-game hitting streak. He had 50 multi-hit games, 32 two-hit games, 14 three-hit games, 4 four-hit games. 33 games, 2 runs scored. 6 games, 3 runs scored. 1 game, 4 runs scored. 25 games, 2 RBIs. 10 games, 3 RBIs. 2 games, 4 RBIs. And then the rest of the games, 1 RBI to get to the 120 RBIs he had for the season. How about Ted Williams' 1941 season for the record book? That's the same year that Joe DiMaggio hit 56 games in a row. Let me ask this question to everybody. Which do you prefer? Batting .406 for the season or having a 56-game hitting streak like Joe DiMaggio? Which one would you take if you could choose one or the other? Ask me. All right, what did Joe DiMaggio bat in 1941? I believe it was 357 for the year. I think that's right. Ted Williams batted .406. Joe DiMaggio got the MVP that year because the Yankees, they win the pennant and the World Series. Ted Williams bats .406 and does not get the MVP. How about that? But back to the question. Would you take 56-game hitting streak or .406 batting average for the year? You ask me, I take the 56-game hitting streak. That's incredible. But a close second would be .406. Ted Williams, 1941. Incredible season. All right, we're going to continue looking at Ted Williams' career. He plays in 1942, and that's the next video. I'm out.